Came out in 2013. Became a hit. And some people I know really liked it. Some people even loved it. Stay tuned to find out my opinion. We're the Millers is directed by Ross and Marshall Thurber, written by Bob Fisher, Stephen Faber, Sean Anders, John Morris, from a story written by Fisher and Faber, starring Jason Sudeikis, Jennifer Aniston, Emma Roberts, Will Poulter, Nick Offerman, Catherine Hahn, Molly Quinn, Ed Helms. And of course, you all know what it's about. It is a comedy, and it's about this drug dealer who unfortunately loses his money and of course his stash. Makes a deal with his drug boss who says that he has a smidge of marijuana. So dumb, kind of funny. Down in Mexico, and he has to bring it back to him, and he'll pay him $100,000. So he says, and so to make it not very, so it's in order to sneak it back into the U.S., he decides to get some people together that he knows in his building, and also this runaway kid, to make this fake family, so that he can get them, so that he can bring it back without being too highly suspicious, without causing such high suspicion. Pay them, get his money, and of course get on with their lives. Now, this movie was a hit when it came out. I mean, over $270 million on a $37 million budget, and I never really saw it. I was never too huge about it, especially because of the reviews. And yeah, some people I know loved it. Some people I knew were kind of shocked about it. It's an R-rated comedy. What do you expect? And when I saw it, I didn't think it was all that great. I really don't understand why a lot of people love this film. Maybe I'm just too desensitized to comedy. Maybe I'm not really a guy who likes comedy today. But one thing I can say is I didn't think it was all that great. And I'll think about that. The thing is that this movie is an R-rated comedy that will, of course, is for adults. But don't worry, I can enjoy R-rated comedies like that. I love The Hangover. I mean, who doesn't? And also, like, you also have Bridesmaids. I mean, those are films that are you want more examples? Okay, 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street. Now, those are R-rated comedies that I absolutely love. They're incredibly... Oh, Grand Budapest Hotel is another one. But it's a lot more subtle and very different from traditional humor. This one is absolutely hilarious. Those are absolutely hilarious. They're funny as hell. They're great. I love them so much. You know? This one, however, this one's more of one of those throwaway comedy films. It's not terrible, don't get me wrong, but I didn't love it completely. It's kind of meh. My biggest complaint with this movie is really just the characters, in my opinion. The main family, they're just a lot like Sudeikis, Aniston, and Roberts. They're assholes. They're really not likable as characters, and I don't understand what the point of this is supposed to be. I mean, is it supposed to be funny? It kind of got annoying for me at times, and it really just didn't really seem to appeal to me. There are times where it kind of made for some kind of late... Still fucking sick. But, you know, it's meant to be funny. There are times where it does make me laugh, but other times it just really annoys the crap out of me, and to be honest, I don't care for them, really, as characters. They're just really kind of unlikable characters. They're just, like, not likable. Now, there is a likable presence to Jason Sudeikis, don't get me wrong. I'll get into the cast later. But I want to talk about the characters. They're just not really likable. Will Poulter, like, he plays this kid. The kid is basically a loser who of course changes, becomes a bit more, I guess, stronger, I guess. It's kind of predictable. Also, I'm talking about the main family, let's say that. The main family. Just no one's really likable in the family. I mean, Sudeikis is an asshole. Jennifer Aniston is basically the same character she is in summer movies, which is a bitch. And she's not really a likable... And Emma Roberts, she's just an unlikable bitch. I mean, why would I care about them, the situation they're in? To be honest, I'm almost kind of cheering for those three to be shot. Especially Aniston and Rob. Yeah, because they're just not likable. Will Poulter, he's basically kind of a loser, in my opinion. It's kind of mean spirit. It's just not really that funny. Yeah. And yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna start with the fact that I just didn't really enjoy all the. Let's just start to the humor. The humor is meant to be very raunchy and at times very crude, and there are times where it does work. Other times, it just really doesn't. Now, I don't remember too much about this movie, but what I heard one time from a reviewer, Chris Stuckman, is that they made some gay jokes, made some whale jokes. It was one of those whale jokes involving a killer whale eating a shark. That was kind of funny, but also it was kind of lazy. It's kind of stupid. And this movie is not that funny, in my opinion. I didn't find it absolutely hysterical or laugh out loud funny to me. There are times where I got some laughs out of it, don't get me wrong, I can get some of that, but also there are times where I found it a little bit lazy at times. It had sometimes some cheap laughs. There were some that worked, don't get me wrong. There was even a fourth wall break in there, that was actually kind of cool. That was pretty funny. But nothing stood out to me. And there are times where they had to get, there's just like this RV feeling that gets involved, that some of the humor is not really that funny. It gets kind of annoying. I'll touch on that more later. But one thing I can say about it is it's just not very, is that the humor in my opinion, I didn't laugh too much in this movie. And when it came to Ed Helms, I didn't find him that funny. He was kind of stupid, he was kind of funny at times, but as a whole, he's not a standout to me. No one really stood out to me in terms of comedy. Some of them were unlikable, some of them were just really stupid. I mean, I don't even want me to say. I didn't really enjoy everything. Now, let's get to the cast. Now, when it comes to the three, the first, Sudeikis, Aniston, Roberts, they're all jerks, and Poulter's a loser who later changes. But also you have our other Ivy family, which involves Nick Offerman, I think Kathryn Hahn. Yeah. And Molly Quinn. Yeah, when it comes to, they're called the Fitzgeralds. When it comes to them, I didn't find them very funny. Nick Offerman, in my opinion, was actually one of the funnier characters. I kind of enjoyed him a bit, but there was some times where I thought he's really stupid at times. Like, he's a former DEA agent, and even though he has criminals, they even notices that he has criminals in the way. He gives an opportunity to get away by turning around and hugging his family. Now, I found out about that later, but I just thought, what the fuck, that's so stupid. And, Kathryn Hahn, who plays Edith, the wife, my god, I didn't really like her. She was really annoying to me. She was so full of energy, and she really got on my nerves. She wasn't terrible, but she really got on my nerves sometimes. And it's like her face, she kind of want to punch her in the face, because she screams sometimes, and it really is not that funny. It gets on my nerves sometimes. And in my opinion, it kind of makes me want to punch that face. Kind of makes me want to punch it. I'm not even joking. She just doesn't really... She just gets on my nerves sometimes. What do you want me to say? Some of the humor in this movie is also really disgusting. Like the inflated balls. Sometimes kind of funny, but at the same time, doesn't kind of appeal to me. I think it's kind of a little gratuitous and kind of disgusting. That stripping scene with Jennifer Aniston was kind of fun. It was kind of cool. I enjoyed it, but it was a little bit of a tease. It was a little bit more of a strip tease for me. I kind of was a little pissed. I'm 17, guys. If this shocks you, or if parents watch this and this shocks you, please tell me you're joking. But that scene was entertaining, but it was kind of memorable. But in my opinion, there also were a few but unfortunately, it was a little bit of a tease for me at one point. That, yeah. There's actually one scene where it says, "Why did we have to fight?" You know, in my opinion, they also did an Anchorman, which came out in December later this year. That one did a lot better in my opinion because it was just a lot more stupid and silly. As it goes to Stonewall Jackson, why do we have to fight? There's so much I could learn from you. Well, I think it's from you, or so much I could learn. I don't know. I thought that one was a lot funnier. I just thought it was a lot more funnier that way. I thought the film was actually I thought Anchorman was a lot funnier. Anchorman 2 was a lot funnier. Also, there's some dumb situations, and it's basically the same comedy that we see over and over again. That's why I didn't enjoy it as much as some people did 2 years ago. Because in my opinion, it's a comedy that just didn't stand out to me. It's one of the, it's just another of the same shit that we see year after year. It got on my nerves sometimes. I keep seeing this stuff. Give us something more to it. If you're gonna use that same formula, give us something more to it. Make us laugh more, or don't fucking do it. Just do something different. It doesn't hurt to do that. God. Ed Helms, in my opinion, when it comes to his character, he wasn't really all that funny to me. He was sometimes funny, but also times it just kind of uses some lazy gay jokes. Sometimes. He was sometimes kind of funny. I felt like he's a little too perky. He's a little bit too full of energy, and I think that's what kind of supposed to make it funny. But it didn't really make me laugh that much. It was kind of stupid. It's a really dumb comedy, don't get me wrong. I enjoy dumb comedy sometimes whenever they're done right. This is one that kind of is middle of the road for me. And also, once again, there's some over-the-top, outrageous situations that, in my opinion, weren't that funny. Some of them were, some of them no. There's a lot of... This movie's basically hit and miss as a comedy. Hit or miss, you know? Like, you know, there are some things I did enjoy, there are some things I didn't. But I didn't hate this. I didn't hate it, I'm just kind of middle of the road. One thing I could say about this film that doesn't really work for me is probably some of the more... is that just sometimes it just feels a little bit, it has some dumb stereotypes in there. Sometimes it feels a little mean-spirited. There was a funny kissing scene between, you know, Jennifer Aniston, Will Poulter, and Emma Roberts. I don't know, I thought it was kind of stupid. I thought it was kind of ridiculous and kind of funny. But, nothing really was hilarious or laugh out loud to me. No moments really stood out to me. There are some things I do remember, don't get me wrong, but it's dumb. But also, I swear, it tries to develop these characters to make them more likable, but I think that's kind of unnecessary, as this is just meant to be a stupid drug run. They're not even a real family. When does it matter if they're developing, having a good dynamic or anything like that? I just think it's stupid. I mean, why do you want to develop these characters? They're just going to go their own ways after they get paid. Does it matter if they get along or not, or almost feel like a real family? No! I don't know, I just thought it was stupid. Also, you have this drug lord going after them, and it's just not that funny. There are some entertaining scenes, don't get me wrong, but there are times where it gets really ridiculous, where I feel like it's just kind of a little absurd at times. It just sometimes goes a little bit too ridiculous to the point of absurdity. There's even one scene with like a gay police officer that I thought was kind of a cheap laugh, yet at the same time I kind of laughed. It was just not that funny. It was kind of stupid and kind of funny. Just not everything in this movie stood out to me in terms of comedy. Sometimes it was funny, other times it was not. I keep repeating that over and over again. That's how amateur I am, guys. Really, I didn't find... let me just get straight to this point. While there are some entertaining sequences and a few good laughs, I didn't find the movie outrageously funny. It just doesn't always work for me. It's like that other RV family is kind of annoying, especially the wife. Some situations are so overdone. Like, it's just the same comedy we get year after year, and in my opinion, it doesn't stand out to me or is ever really that memorable. I didn't find it hilarious. I find it at times funny, but as a whole, I didn't care much for it, and it's not a film that I would really watch again, because sometimes it's a little too crude. But sometimes it just really didn't stand out. It's just a comedy, it's just another part of the same throwaway shit. And really, while it's better than some, it's just not one I would ever really wake up and remember and, you know, talk about all the time. It's just something like that, oh, I watched it, whatever. I'm gonna give It We're the Millers a 2.5 out of 5. It's just, you know, not that memorable a comedy, but it's not terrible. I did enjoy some parts about it. The cast is not bad, but the characters not really that great. It's a little there. It is, you predict where it's going. Has some dumb jokes. It's not really all that funny, and really, sometimes it's just the same comedy that's just over the top and stupid, and really just was not that memorable of a comedy to me. And the only fact that audiences on Rotten Tomatoes like this more than Anchorman 2 just confused me a bit. Confused me a lot. Seriously, I mean this. Whatever, it's their opinion, I have mine. That's my... They have their opinions, I have mine. Anyways, guys, my review of the Weird Millers. Comment below what you think about it. Did you like it more than I did? Did you not like it at all? Are you getting tired of seeing the same comedies over and over again? Because I seriously can't fucking take it anymore. Seriously, I'm sick of this shit. Make better shit, Hollywood. Stop forcing your shit down our throats. God, stop taking our money. I'm sick of giving you money, asshole. I'm sick of you, like... You can make money doing good shit, assholes. God. Comment below and subscribe to my channel for more videos.